Hello.
Hello.
Can you did the microphone sound good? This is a new setup for us. Welcome to Hobby Hangout. I'm Sam. We got a guest with us, Collins.
Hello, nerds.
He brought some of his cool chaos stuff, and we're going to be doing a little bit of airbrushing. So Collins is a little new to airbrushing.
Yeah, I've never held a airbrush that wasn't detached. I've never used an airbrush.
Yeah. So he asked me to show him the ropes, and we thought it'd be a great hobby hangout topic live stream. So that's what we're here to do tonight. But first, before we get started, I want to do a little show and tell.
Oh yeah.
So
look at this bad boy.
You may have seen me painting this guy on stream over the past couple weeks here, but I did finish him. See if I can get.
Oh, that seems challenging.
This is challenging. I have to hold him like. Okay, it's like all mirrored for me. There we go. Can we?
Yeah, look at this Gilliman.
Can we see? There we go. Gilliman. I got there.
The robotic girly man.
The camera down here is like mirrored from what I'm seeing on screen here. So
invert the x-axis.
the lighting isn't as good as the setup at my hobby desk. However, but I did want to share Gilliman.
Yeah.
I got his base done.
This guy is ready to defend the Imperium.
Mix gray paint mix is on that. My gray paint mix is on that. It is. Yes, your it was a Mechanica standard gray and White Scar. Was that it?
Who dat?
That is Screw It.
Ah.
Screw It was watching me paint last week.
Oh, hello.
Whoa, I know those guys. Not giving my name. I think I know who that is.
How can we know if he doesn't give his name?
One commander of the Astral Vanguard.
Astral Van. Oh, hey, what's up?
Yeah. Microphones sound good? Everybody, audio's good?
Can you hear us both?
Just let me know in the comments. But yeah, so we're going to start with basics of airbrush. Collins, could you hand me one of those paper towels underneath your tanks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I got some paper towel. So first things first is you can hear good. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for confirming that. I'm going to make us...
Grab my glasses real quick.
I'm going to make us a little smaller here. Or maybe I'll move us. Oh, I don't want to move that. I want to move this.
It's absolutely correct, Travis. I am a screamer.
Collins might be a touch louder in his natural state. All right, so first off is maintenance. So I was bad. I did not clean this brush last time I used it. So we're going to go through cleaning real quick, and then we're going to go over some some basics here. So first off, let us take apart the airbrush. So kind of like a firearm, you want to clean it every time you use it. If you take care of it, it will take care of you. I've kind of been neglectful of this one a little bit. But yeah. So let's see here. I got some tools. And I got some brushes. Yeah, so if you're new to airbrushing, what do you need, right?
That's a good question.
All, yeah, you'll probably need one of these. This is a cleaning pot.
Oh, okay, I've seen that.
They're nice. You just stick the airbrush in here and you can
like shoot it in there.
Yeah, you can clean it off.
So that's just a reservoir to like spray excess paint
exactly.
into?
Yeah, you just spray in there and then it'll gather. It's got like a little filter, so it doesn't like totally gas up your room.
Okay. That's what I'm here for.
You'll probably want a respirator. Now, we're not going to be wearing one today because we're going to be talking and showing. But if you're doing a lot of airbrushing, I would recommend having a respirator just so that, because I have had some sessions where I blow my nose a couple hours later and I got some colored snot coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What do we got here? I started putting down layers Oh, cool. We're working on
Ooh, a
some stuff.
Morkanaut.
Morkanaut.
Awesome.
Yeah. What's Travis doing? Dark Reapers. Exarch. Fermenting my choice to magnetize them. Yeah. Why are you magnetizing infantry? Oof.
Yeah, that is painstaking.
So this particular brush comes apart like so. And every airbrush will be a little different. But I'm just going to fully disassemble this one so we can give it a good clean out.
Oh, here's a fun pop quiz.
Yeah.
What are the parts?
The parts?
Do you know the names of all the parts?
This is the tippity tip.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, notebook.
Yeah. No, it's all up here. It's a steel sieve.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm normally a bit closer when I'm working on this, but I'm like...
Yeah, you have to like hold it out.
I'm holding it for the camera as my hands are covering the whole thing. But we're going to get this unscrewed here. There we go.
I can hold the camera.
It's very... All right. So now we're going to get some cleaning solution. I got... this is my go-to. This airbrush cleaner works really well. If you don't have this, you can also use isopropyl alcohol. However, this is a little bit more oily, so I like to use that.
You like more oil?
Well, it's more like a maybe like
kind of like a lubricant.
Yeah, like a dish soap kind of, where it's not just going to totally dry it out like alcohol does.
Oh, okay, I see your point.
So then I'm just going to go kind of get some on this paper towel, and we're going to carefully go up and down the needle, and be very careful not to damage the tip of the needle because these are very fragile.
Yeah.
You don't want them to bend, otherwise it'll really screw up whatever you're painting.
It's a lot longer than I thought it was.
It is. That's what she. That's it. No.
Oh,
we're gonna keep it PG.
Yeah. Can we edit this later? Oh no, it's live. Oh,
it's live. I'm recording it. I might edit it down though, for a separate video.
I was telling Sam before stream, everyone's gonna be surprised how like sedate I am because I'm just hyper focused.
Yeah, Colin's over there. If you're wondering what he's doing, he's masking. He brought one of his cool rhinos with some tentacles and stuff coming out, but he's masking it with some airbrush putty, and because we're gonna be painting it.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm gonna have some overspray.
Yeah, there might be some, but better be safe than sorry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I got the needle cleaned. Let's look inside here. This doesn't look too bad, but I do have
like in the little reservoir.
Yeah, in the reservoir, so you can get paint. Paint will build up, like back here, and up here in the tip. So I have this little scraper tool, which is nice. You can kind of scrape some paint out. That's actually pretty good.
Is that like an airbrush cleaning kit you purchased?
Yeah,
okay.
Just like a little thing on Amazon. Nothing super, expensive. So yeah, you're gonna want airbrush cleaner. You're gonna want an airbrush cleaning kit, and of course a blanking out air compressor. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
I thank myself. An air compressor would be good. And there's several different kinds you can get. They have the kind that are like small and compact, and they are a fixed PSI. I actually wouldn't recommend those. I think I've seen like even Ninja do a video on them, and he liked it a lot. But you don't really have the same kind of control that you get when you have...
When you can adjust the air pressure?
So like the one I'm using, I'll show you in a second. It's just a tank, and then you can adjust it and everything. All right, so this is pretty good. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together. So the trigger assembly goes in there. This kind of just screws back in here like that. And then we have I do like to oil it as well, and I use Hops No. 9 lubricating oil. This is actually for firearms, but it works great for airbrushes too. It's oil, right?
It's a paint guns.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna oil that, and then I'm gonna try to get this this trigger back in place. This one's a little tricky because it's got a little piston that's got to fit right in the hole.
Oh, okay. You're gonna like work it in.
Yeah, I'm gonna work at this for a second here. Oh, did I get it first try?
Nailed it.
Awesome. All right, now I'm gonna just take my needle and before I do that, I have to put the little doohickey back on. The tippy tip,
Oh, sure. The thing that like goes around
as
the
it's
tip of the needle.
yeah, as it's formally called. You asked me what it was called, and I said it was a tippy tip.
Yeah.
Uh,
There'll be a quiz like.
yeah, there's a quiz later, and make sure you're paying attention and taking notes. There's a little gasket on there, just pushing that to the top because we don't want the gasket to get damaged.
Oh, sure.
And make sure the screwing in, not cross-threaded and all that. And it just needs to be snug. It doesn't have to be like super tight. In fact, you could even hand tighten this. But I have this little wrench, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. There we go. Snug, not over tightening. And then just feed the needle right back through. It'll go all the way through.
Oh, wow.
And it'll poke out there.
That is
then,
very thin.
yeah, it's very thin and very sharp. You can hurt yourself. And then I am going to put this safety cover on the end here. This one's nice. It's got like this little cone at the end. So when you're airbrushing, you can actually put your finger on here and back shoot it to kind of clear out the nozzle.
Oh,
Some
sure.
of them don't have that, and it's just the needle. So you have to be very careful with those so you don't damage the needle. And also so you don't poke your finger.
Yeah. Bleed in your weapon.
And I'm going to just make sure this is screwed in all the way, which I did not do. There you go. And then we're going to go ahead and screw this guy back on. And we should be good to go. So we are all clean. Now the fun part can happen. The nozzle. What about the nozzle?
The nozzle.
The nozzle.
Ignore the nozzle. No attention to.
So I have another airbrush. I got this one here. It's got a 0.2 millimeter nozzle, and then this one's got a 0.3 in it. So the 0.3 is a little bit bigger. I might actually swap this one out later for a bigger one because I usually use this one for priming or base coats, and then this one's kind of more for detail work. All right, so
Mute.
let's get the brushing. So I like to have the hand I'm using covered with a glove for cleanliness.
Okay.
So I got some, we'll just put this over here.
Oh, yeah, I can get this stuff out of the way.
So the airbrush, or the compressor I'm using, is just a cheap old, the brand is TimberTech from Amazon. It's just a cheap old compressor. The whole kit was like 70, 80 bucks for the airbrush and the compressor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I got it set to 40 PSI, which is a little high. So I'm going to turn that down. We'll try like somewhere in the 30, 32 to 35 range. And then now we go to paint. So the kind of paint I like to use is the Army Painter Air Paint. It's already at a really good consistency.
It's like pre-thin. I use some to like, I use only hand paint, but it's nice and thin.
Yeah, it's nice and thin. So yeah, like you don't have to thin it with water if you're just painting with it. So
easy to mix.
Yeah,
yeah.
Exactly. I prefer manually pressurizing my air.
I too can blow hot air.
Yes. All right, so let's do. I'm just gonna paint this guy up real quick.
Yeah, yeah. I want. This is what I'm gonna really check in for this.
Yeah. All right. Let's. Can you grab me the purple? The purple over there. That's red. Yeah, that one would be good.
Oh yeah, alien purple. I use that.
Alien purple.
That's the purple on my knights.
Oh, nice. And then maybe is there like a green?
Green skin?
Yeah, we use green skin. That's a nice vibrant green.
Well, otherwise there's army green. Ah.
No, we're not gonna use those. I need those for my Death Tour of Krieg.
Oh, good. I'm glad you didn't say Dark Angel.
Maybe that teal. I like that teal.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's Hydra turquoise.
The
high teal. Yeah.
The high
toxicness.
teal.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I'm just gonna give these a good shake. These already have mixing balls in them, which is really nice.
Teal is my favorite color.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Teal is a great color.
I mean, it's like my death guy.
David, is it Brunelli's law, Travis? Oh, you guys are talking talking physics? I don't know what chat's talking about here.
Collins gets my dumb humor. No. Dad jokes are the height of comedy.
Yeah,
All right.
it is true. Yeah, like my wife the other day, she wakes up and I say, "How did you sleep?" And she says, "Like Iraq." I said, "You didn't sleep like Afghanistan?" Yeah, that's the level.
Oh,
You got
it
it?
took me a second.
You got it? It's a dumb joke.
I wonder if Iran was the punchline, it
Iran.
would hit better.
Yeah. After the look she gave me, I ran.
Yeah, I ran so far away.
All right, that's enough of my cringy jokes.
I don't think so.
I like it.
This is what I'm here for.
And then I'm just gonna do a little bit in here.
I guess I can look on
A couple drops.
Oh, really? That little?
Well, I'm not painting a whole lot here.
Okay.
But
I guess I have no idea the rate at which you go through it.
You can check consistency here. Or I should probably spray it. For the
Where your
viewers at
arms
home.
won't be.
Okay, so it's
So the trigger, you pull it back and you push it in.
yes. This is a dual action airbrush. I didn't talk about that. It's a good question. This is dual action. So you push down, which starts flowing the air, and then as you pull it back,
Then it feeds in the
then
paint.
it feeds the paint. Yep.
So you can control the pressure by your downward pressure.
So if you want more paint, you just pull it back more.
So you can use like a little paint and high pressure. I don't know.
Or you just kind of like use a little bit of pressure, and you can kind of gently pull it back as you're moving it.
Okay.
And then if I want more paint,
It's a pretty narrow beam.
yeah. So the beam's pretty, or the streak.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do we call it? A line?
Incepted you.
It's pretty narrow.
The stream or whatever.
Yeah. So one thing what you're doing to kind of prevent clogs is to so I'm gonna spray a little bit. I'm pulling it back, and then I'm gonna pull it forward again so no paint's coming out, and then I'm gonna let it go. So that way you're kind of always feeding air across the needle.
Sure, because you don't want paint to just sit and get hard on the needle.
Yeah, because paint will kind of build up on here over time, and you'll have to clear that off. And I actually want some more paint coming out of here, so I'm gonna loosen this knob on the back, which will let me get more air flowing through.
Oh, so that's like a physical block on the air.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna do some base coats here. Actually, might need a little bit more paint. I'm gonna paint this alien plant here that I 3D printed like years ago.
Yeah, they're fun.
It's been sitting here unpainted for forever, and I thought these would be good to paint on stream.
Makes me want to play that Aliens board game I've seen but never played.
Which one?
Like the movie Aliens?
Oh.
Like with xenomorphs and such?
I have it.
Oh, you do?
I do. Another glorious day in the core.
Oh, I don't know. I saw Alien and I like a xenomorph. I'm a big fan of H.R. Geiger.
I'm actually gonna thin this down a little bit with
Sure. I can hand you things.
Airbrush thinner. And you don't need much. I'm just gonna put like a drop in here. There we go, a drop of airbrush thinner. And then I have this junky paintbrush that I use for mixing, and I just kind of give it a good stir
Oh, okay.
to get a good consistency.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So you can use thinner to dilute to get a little, or is it basically just to make it flow better?
It makes it flow better, and it makes it, you can actually get a little bit more paint. Yeah, a little bit more in there. Yeah, it helps the paint spray better.
Okay.
And you can kind of make the paint go further.
That makes sense. Okay.
Because it kind of like adds more liquid and
Thins it
stretches
out a little.
Yeah, thins it out. I saw a Dark Souls board game once.
Dark Souls board game. How can you make it take 50 times to beat like the first time? Like, oh, you rolled a 6. So you fight this guy 50 times. Ornstein and Smo for life.
All right, so now I added too much thinner. Now we need more paint. It's a back and forth.
Oh, that makes sense. And you just kind of watch the consistency of the paint you're laying down to make that determination.
Yep. Oh, this purple is actually almost gone. So
Whoa.
we might need a different purple for your tentacles. I got some actual
it's all good.
Citadel purple we can thin down too, and use that.
Yeah. Chimera red might be good.
Oh, there's actually a darker purple too.
Is it crusted sword? Oh no, brood mother. Ooh.
Brood mother. Yeah, so I'm just spraying like maybe an inch or two away from the piece. Going thin coats, and then when I'm done spraying, I spray it with the air, and that kind of helps dry it really quick.
Oh sure, that makes a lot of sense.
And if I feel like there's not enough paint coming out, I'll stick my finger on the end here, and then just
gun it. Hey.
Gun it, yeah, and that'll kind of clear anything that's caught up in the tip.
And is that like a constant? It'll just happen every time you airbrush and you just.
Yeah, it's just kind of something you have to deal with.
That's fine. I mean, I literally know nothing about what it's like.
Some of the really nice ones won't clog as much, but I mean, clogging is kind of inevitable.
Sure. Yeah. Is Toddy Ning in here?
I don't see no Ning.
Well, Ning and I won airbrushes at last Adepticon.
Yes.
We still haven't got.
You guys haven't. They're actually pretty nice airbrushes too.
Are they Patriots?
Yeah, they're Patriots.
Just like us. Of course, I am a patriot of Mortarion.
Mortarion, yes. You're an evil patriot.
Whoa.
Follow
Okay,
the chaos.
Mortis. Typhus is the more evil one. Mortarion's just a big baby. He's a big pouty baby.
Yeah. So then when I'm like in an airbrushing session and I don't want to fully clean the thing out, even between switching colors, I'll just throw some isopropyl alcohol in the pot and kind of.
Oh, clear it out and just spray it into that.
Yeah, just clear it out, and spray it into there.
Oh, neat.
Because it doesn't. You don't have to do a full clean every time. If I'm in a hurry too, I'll just grab like an old Tupperware container, and these guys they just fill up with water are really nice. And I just kind of just flush it out.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
And then you just squirt the water out when you're done.
Yeah, you just squirt the excess water out.
Oh, and you want to squirt in there because if you tried it in there, it would just be.
Oh yeah, it'd make a huge mess. I've done that before.
Oh, just like kind of not paying attention.
I've also done the thing of like looking at the airbrush and like pull the trigger and blew compressed air into my eye. I'm like, why did I do that? That was dumb.
I'm gonna do that 7 to 10 times a month probably.
Yeah. All right, so there's a little bit of purple coming out, but it's for the most part clear. I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna just do some green skin for the leaves, and then we'll do a little bit of zenithal with some toxic mist.
Oh, nice.
And then we'll call this alien plant done, and we can start doing your tank.
Yeah.
Or if you want to airbrush one of my plants to get a little bit of a practice before you paint your tank too.
Yeah, just a little target shooting. Yeah. That would help.
Maybe like one of these guys.
Let's see. Oh, nice. I like it.
Yeah. Some alien plants.
Something with a lot of gribblies is good because everything I ever do will have tons of gribblies. Death Guard and Chaos Knights. What are you going to do?
Yes. Yeah, Collins. If you haven't seen Collins' models, check out some battle reports, either as Death Guard or as Chaos Knights that he's brought.
Oh boy.
He does a lot of really cool conversions. So a lot of cool stuff you can see.
Show
some good close-up shots. And
I brought some of my kit bashes to show off
brought
later.
Some along, so we'll do a little show and tell.
My babies.
A little bit.
My disgusting babies.
Okay, so I do a couple test sprays to make sure all the alcohol and water is cleared out.
Yeah, and you get the right color coming through and everything.
Yep.
Okay.
And we just kind of go ahead. I'm going to try to get as close as I can to the purple.
Yeah.
A little bit of overspray, but I'm not too worried about it. It's just terrain after all.
Yeah, and you can always touch it up by hand after.
Absolutely. little bit of a clog going on here.
The clog.
So I'll use this to prime in the wintertime a lot of times.
Oh yeah, when you can't go out and rattle can it.
Yeah, the rattle can, well, you'll get a better adhesion to the plastic.
Rattle can?
Yeah.
I do like rattle can. Like in the winter, I'll heat my garage with like 3 radiators.
Yeah.
And then I'll bring the paint inside
Yep.
and shake it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll spray it and then I'll bring it back in here and I'll throw it in my my enclosure.
Oh sure.
For my resin printer and dispense all the spray paint fumes while it's drying.
I'm the only one that uses my basement, so I just like put it in the corner and I fan it.
Yeah.
I fan it off like an idiot.
That'll work.
Low tech solution.
Starting to clog a little bit, but we're almost done painting this color, so I'm just gonna power through.
Yeah, and where it goes over, it actually just has like a nice blend already, like a green to purple blend, like immediately.
It works.
Because when you airbrush, it's less opaque, right?
Right. Yeah, it's very thin and it like kind of spreads like a gradient. It's really nice. It's a very unique effect that you can't get with brush painting as easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, brush painting.
It's hard to simulate.
Yeah, you have to have a lot of thin layers and do a lot of blending and
all kinds of patience.
Yeah. Absolutely.
What am I, a doctor? All right, patience.
And then I'm gonna put a little bit of the actual cleaner in here this time. Gonna clean the nozzle here. Speaking of basements.
Oh, we're using Bernoulli's law? Oh my god. No. I stopped at Avogadro's number.
Speaking of basements, my father-in-law just finished putting together my man cave last week.
Yo.
Well, you got a nice father-in-law. You built your own man cave.
Let's hear it for the father-in-laws out there. Mine definitely helps me with like every plumbing question. Helped me make my tub stop squeaking.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I got to cut a bunch of holes in the ceiling of the basement.
Your tub was squeaking.
Yeah, it was not mounted correctly. So like when you were in it, it like squeaked.
Oh, I got you.
So I cut in from underneath and filled it with like foam.
Oh, nice. Yeah, yeah. Like great stuff?
Yeah, it was something specific to the application.
Okay.
But like, yeah, that's the vibe.
Plumbers expanding foam stuff. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, you know.
That's exciting.
Hashtag homeowner talk. You'd love to hear it.
Right? He's a retired general contractor and likes to stay busy.
Yeah.
That's a good deal, my friend. Yeah, my father-in-law sometimes tunes into this channel.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's cool. Did he play?
He does not.
Does he game at all?
Nope. He just thinks what I do is interesting.
That's so wholesome. I love it.
And he doesn't watch my wife's Twitch channel. He's like, I don't know what the hell you do. Now, Sam's videos, those are cool.
Yeah, you sweat of your brow. Little elbow grease.
He's like, I don't get it. I don't understand Twitch.
Videos? Well, I mean, he's probably, it's like good for his mental health.
Probably. All right, so we got some turquoise in there. Toxic Mist, this color is called. We are still jamming up here.
Jammed. I don't know. It's like Parks and Rec.
I am not happy about this. I'm going to take a little bit of water here on the brush. Just try to clean up the needle here. What is going on here? So sometimes you'll come across, it doesn't want to come out.
No, I'm not going to make a Neil Young joke. How old am I? So old, I immediately went to a Neil Young joke.
More like Neil Old.
More like two Neil Youngs sitting on a log.
I'm going to turn up the pressure. color hates me.
What's the matter, Ace? Can't handle the pressure?
Not sure what the issue is, but it doesn't want to come out.
Is it clogged internally?
Yes, it is. We got a little bit on the needle.
Good deduction.
I try to clean that off on the needle with my brush. Ugh.
So the paint comes out around the needle through the knob. Okay.
Yep. So there's like a little hole, and the needle comes back as the paint's flowing through.
Sure.
So as the needle comes back.
I think it's like focused on the tip.
Yep.
Okay.
And it sprays out. So then the more the needle comes back, the bigger the hole, the bigger your spray.
Sure.
And this one is proper jammed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it. But
I'm thrilled. I don't know. I'm not.
wait, it's clogged? I leave for 5 minutes, guys. Yeah, I know. We got a clog. It's not behaving. Unless it's just coming out really, really thin.
I can't see that being a good color for plasma.
I'm gonna try it. Just because it's a stupid plant. I don't really care about it. Ugh, I hate this. See, like, this is bad.
Oh, yeah, it's just coming out and like,
Yeah, it's just coming out as it wants to, not how I want it to.
It's interesting because I can see how it is giving like a cool effect.
Yeah, interesting effect, but it's not quite what I was...
Well, right. I mean, you could come from an angle and get like lights on the ridges or something, but...
Yeah, so I think the only solution here is to kind of pull it apart. Not fully apart like we did in the beginning, but pull it apart somewhat. But yeah, here we go. We got a little alien plant. I'm okay with this. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a
stupid...
It's just a test monkey.
Exactly. Yeah, so we got to clean this out because this is not what we want. So I'm gonna just kind of rinse out all the excess paint, have it go to waste.
But you could have a whole nother cup to catch it if you really wanted.
Yeah. I almost did it. I almost sprayed into that thing.
Oh my gosh. No. I got to use my powers for good, not evil.
Okay, get some airbrush cleaner in there. And I'm just going to go ahead and purge this in the cup. While I'm doing that, let's get caught up on chat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, please do, Travis.
Yeah, what did Travis say?
That the toxic mist is what he uses on his Space Marine plasma.
Oh, yeah. I tagged you. I probably sent it on Discord.
Yeah.
Which I don't have a official Big Nerds Wargaming Discord set up, which I will probably do at some point as we grow.
Yeah, nerds.
And
spread
if
the
you
word,
want to support
nerds.
the channel, like and subscribe. Also, we got some really cool merch.
Yeah.
There's a Big Nerds Wargaming mug, and Colin and I are sporting the Big Nerds Wargaming T-shirt.
Very comfy.
I don't think there's a link in this video, but there is a link on our channel homepage. Go there. There's a link to the swag store. You can check it out. We got T-shirts, we got sweatshirts, we got all that cool stuff.
Camping mugs.
Camping
That'll
mugs.
Probably be my next one.
Regular mugs.
We're flush with mugs.
All good stuff. It is still like sticky and jammed.
How apart did you take it? Do you think you have to take it all the way apart?
I just rinsed it, so now I'm gonna probably just have to pull this needle out.
How often would you say this happens? This is like a rare mega clog.
I don't know. It's pretty common, but it's not like. Yeah, I think what happened is we got some paint buildup on the tip of the needle. That's
Does that mean you like waited too long to do some painting, and you should have been clearing it out more, or is it just sometimes just happen?
Yeah, I mean, blowing air in between sprays helps prevent this from happening.
Sure.
but it kind of slowly just will build up over time anyways.
Kind of like an inevitable thing.
Yeah, it's
the
an
longer
inevitable
you paint.
thing. It's all about kind of prolonging that from happening.
Sure.
Clogging just happens quite a bit, and yeah, it's kind of like a fact of life.
You take the good, you take the bad.
I may have to clean up the little tippy tip.
The tippy.
And I might do that with my little poker.
Little poker. Just add a little gravitas. I don't know. My first live stream, okay?
Yeah, how's Collins doing on his first
Yeah.
live stream?
He's swearing so much less. I'm very proud of myself.
We're all proud of you, Collins.
Oh. Thank you.
So yeah, this doohickey here is pretty clogged up. So I'm gonna just poke this with my tool.
The tippy tipper.
Yeah, the tippy tipper where the needle goes through.
Tippy Canoe and Tyler too.
Wow, that's old.
That's a deep cut.
That's a deep cut.
That is one of the deepest.
That's like U.S. history deep cut.
Well, you know. Multifaceted nerd.
You never cease to amaze me.
A nerd makes history jokes? Never heard of it before.
What? Never. Are you still masking that tank?
No, I'm masking the second. Look how much of this tank I had to
Oh,
mask
okay.
off. There's so many tentacles on it.
You
This thing
brought
is
two
like,
tanks.
oh yeah.
So this airbrush masking putty that Collins is using is from AK.
It is really nice. I read that Silly Putty was highly recommended, and I
It is a cheaper option.
ordered a bunch.
It'll also work.
It's maybe I need to like work it to get it softer because it's a lot harder to work with. Also, I suppose there's a chance it was out in the cold when it was being delivered too long.
Sitting out, yeah, in the cold too long. Because I remember Silly Putty being a lot more malleable when I was a kid.
Yeah. Well, really, we got to get a newspaper to test.
All right, so I think this will fix our clog issue on this brush. This one, I think, is a little bit more beginner-friendly than my other brush.
Oh, good.
Because it doesn't clog as easy. However, this one did clog on us tonight. So. Boo!
Yeah.
You lost some points, brush.
Oh, good. I thought I was going to lose the points.
No, it's always the brush's fault.
Oh, yeah. Blame the tool.
Never the painter.
That checks out, I think.
And I'm just going to little spritz of water in there. Wow, this is
Wow, it's like a mysterious. I see the air coming out. Is it just not pulling the paint out of the pot?
like the needle's not moving the way I want it to.
Huh.
Well, you know what? Let's try out this guy.
Number 2, pinch hitter.
Now this one I remember needing a bit more pressure. Different airbrushes like different pressures. This one,
Okay, that makes sense.
A little bit higher pressure.
Oh, sure, it's got like a wider body.
Yeah. So this one's got similar dual action. Push down, pull back.
Okay.
We got a little adjustment here in the back, and then back here, this knob in the back.
That's like the more air.
Yeah, like the global
limiter or whatever.
Yep. Another thing I like on my airbrushes is this trap. You can get these, and they trap water, because if you get water in the air,
oh yeah,
it can
wow.
just happen with moisture in the air. It'll collect in the line, and then when you're spraying, it'll start like spritzing everywhere.
Like condensation gets in.
Yeah, and it'll start like kind of doing like what was happening on this guy. But then you can just purge the water with this button.
Oh, interesting. Oh,
Yeah,
it's like the valve on a trumpet or something.
Exactly. Yep.
Okay.
All right, so maybe you want to give it a shot?
Yeah. Oh boy. All right.
All right. So Collins is gonna give this one a shot.
Okay, let me put things, I don't know.
I don't know what colors you want to use. You got all sorts of colors over there. I got the.
Time for a Blink-182 album. All right.
I'm gonna take a drink.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
I'll get a refill in a minute.
You want a refill? I'll get you one.
Okay. Twist my arm. It's up behind my back. I'll have another beer. Oh, man. All right, let's see. So another pyramid-ish structure.
It could just be alien.
Well, right.
or,
I'm
You know.
not trying to assign it. What would be fun?
There you go, sir.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I guess. Let's try, I guess I'm gonna try to do the center tower purple,
Okay.
and then maybe I'll try to do like a bluish with like light blue highlights on the little tippy things.
Yeah, I like that.
And then I don't know, maybe some dark reddish around the base.
I like it.
Oh boy! All right.
Probably want to use that purple because there's probably more of it.
Oh sure. This?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's fine too. And also it'll be a nicer contrast between the dark and the light.
Yeah, give it a good shake.
Okay.
These army painter paints lets it separate real bad.
I started using I've got like a acupressure gun.
Oh yeah.
I just like hold it on there now.
Yeah, that'll work.
It's actually pretty good. I should get another vortex paint or mixer.
Yeah, I have like a cheap off-brand Vortex. It works okay, but the bearings I can hear are already starting to kind of wear out.
Oh geez. Okay. This is it's not that much. All right. Should I put the paint in when it's sitting here or hold it?
Yeah,
Does it really make a big difference?
Yeah, I use it as like a holder too.
I'm gonna stand up so I can see in.
Yeah.
This is like a tall. So just okay. Just a little.
However much you think you need.
Wow. I don't really think. I more react, but all right.
You know, give her a few test sprays, make sure it's coming out okay, and then
Yeah.
go ahead and paint the model.
All right. So air.
Yep.
And then.
Oh, look at that!
Oh hey. Am
Yeah.
I doing it?
Yeah, try to paint it like right, right
sure.
here-ish.
Drag the stool up
I know it's kind of a little awkward
a little. It's okay.
positioning here.
We're up in each other's bubble. All right, so you can do.
Here, I'll move our faces.
Okay, interesting. All right. So that's
Yeah,
all the way back. Okay. All the way back, and then like okay.
And if it's like too much or too little, you can adjust this here to kind of control that flow too.
Oh, cool. All right. Here I go. Select.
You can imagine how quickly base coating a bunch of Marines would go with this.
Yeah. Oh my God.
For like my Space Marines, I do like Cantor blue all around, and then I do a Zenithal with McCrag blue.
Oh yeah, you've got blueberries.
Yeah, for my Ultramarines, and you get this nice dark and light red from the start, and then I just do the details on their armor, like the trim pieces, and then do some edge highlights,
Yeah.
and they look great.
That
a
is
lot of
cool.
it is because of that Zenithal airbrushing base coating I do.
Yeah. I've just started doing like slap chop.
Oh
and
yeah.
Playing with a little Zenithal because basically all my death guards is just dry brush.
Right.
I have like a base coat.
I think it looks good.
But I do want to.
Contrast speed paint through an airbrush is a legit hack. Yes, it is. My Eldar, for example, my Beal Tan vehicles, I do like a gray. I do grays and light colors to kind of build up the undershading, and then I do darkening with green contrast paint on the vehicles, and then I just do like a dry brush with like a yellowish light green for the high.
Oh sure.
highlights.
Oh, here Beal 10. Well, they haven't beat me up in a while.
Yeah. I'm still waiting for the Codex.
That's not too far off, is it?
It came out last Saturday, but the local game store I ordered it through got shorted, and I'm waiting for the order to come through.
Oh, okay. I think I'm a little bit too close. I see. And you can like change the distance.
Yeah,
from
there's
it.
a lot of variables, like how much you pull it back, how much air, the distance you have from the model. Usually about like a fist's length is good.
Sure. Yeah, I think I was getting a little too close. I saw some. Oh wow, yeah. Wow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, this is fun. I'm just gonna say that. Get one. I gotta get a compressor. This is
Yeah.
actually really fun.
It is.
And it's good. I can see it taking a while to like fine tune like how to aim it and at what distance.
Exactly. But once you get comfortable with it, you just can go.
I mean, I'm uncomfortable with it, and I think I'm doing like an all right job at like a
Yeah.
complete.
It's nice having some like models that don't really matter to practice on.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Get if someone out there doesn't have test models, get test models.
Get some plastic Army Man, prime them, paint them.
You can find like cheap like Hero Quest figurines if you want something simple. That's just like a target.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna move your tank.
Oh, thank you.
Overspray is a thing.
Yeah, and I'm an idiot. I think that's a decent little base coat.
Yeah.
All right. Then
How much paint do we got in there?
a little bit. Fair. I mean, I guess I can try to
Okay, sure. Use it up, or you can
Yeah.
rinse it out with the water.
get where there might be some shadows, make it a little darker. That's kind of cool that you can even think about that.
Yeah, like how much you apply to make it more, vibrant in certain areas.
Yeah, like in the little cracks, make it try to get a little darker. I am talking good. Good word.
I do like the Army Painter air paints too, because they have the triad system with like the lights, the dark base coat, and then there's like a medium, and then a bright highlight, and those three colors work together, so you can get like a nice blend.
Oh yeah, it's like a
Same shade.
prepackaged low light highlight.
Yeah, exactly.
That is cool.
I have used those I used at least like two of them in the triad. I didn't buy all three for a lot of them, but yeah, they do work really well. If you don't know like where to start, but you want to use like paint something green, for example,
Yeah.
get the green, one of the green triads, and just go from there.
Go. Shove it in the thing.
Shove it in there and purge.
Purge night. This is kind of illustrating like to just stick it in there and see how long it takes the water to go out.
Yeah.
I assume water's gonna go through a little faster.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit more viscous than paints, but airbrush paint or paint thin to that consistency is pretty flowy. So it's you kind of want it like soupy broth.
Sure.
Consistency.
Like a nice beef broth.
Yeah, like a nice beef broth. Not too runny, but not too thick either.
Just right. When the mutton's just right.
Airbrush makes large-scale batches go fast. My custodies added black, white zenithal into a dark gray blue, medium gray blue, light gray blue. Just left a few tiny highlights by hand in a few spots.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, you can.
I'm not gonna put in much because I'm just doing these little tips.
Little tips.
Little tips.
It's the Hydra turquoise.
Just a tip.
The Alpha Legion, not Alpha Legion colors.
What do you mean?
Hydra.
I am Alpha.
Yeah, last week on stream, I forgot who it was, but they were saying there's a good chance that Rabute Gilliman could actually be Alfarius.
Yeah, you know what? It might make me like the big door.
They said that there was a book, one of the Horus Heresy books. Gilliman was fighting Alfarius or Omicron, one of the twins. And the outcome of the battle was never
like shown
in the
okay.
book. So it's like, who won?
Wow.
Has Gilliman been replaced? I don't know.
Kind of funny.
Questions that keep us up at night.
Oh yeah, wow, okay. This is tricky. Oh, shot right past it.
Uh-oh.
Hello everybody. Watch me screw up. Now is the time.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this out of the way.
Screwed up big time.
Oh yeah.
We'll zoom in so you can show everyone.
I'll
at home.
never forgive myself. Oh, where?
Yep.
Oh.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that overspray. I was spraying like
Overspray.
that.
Yeah.
Boom. Things happen in 3 dimensions.
It does.
It's tricky.
Yeah, you have to hold the model right and then spray
Yeah.
and also aim.
It's tricky.
Yeah, you can like just pull it back a little bit to kind of see where it's gonna go,
Yeah.
and then, yeah.
Probably try to paint with it not like behind. I can see doing like something that sticks in front of the other layer being pretty tricky.
Yep.
If you know, I guess we could have like taken the time to mask it off. And
Yeah, we could have masked it if we really cared about,
yeah.
I use my airbrush a lot for terrain because A is quick, and then B, I mean, you can get some, yeah, it's just quick, really.
Yeah.
And you can get some cool effects with, like, some of the blending. Yeah. But if I do a little bit of overspray on my terrain, I don't really sweat it too much.
Yeah.
Now
Well-
that I would probably go back and fix. Just kidding.
Well, yeah, I mean, I probably would too. My up front, I'm totally losing track of where I am
Yeah,
on the
we
camera.
are,
Oh boy.
I'll just zoom out a little bit.
All right.
Keep it right here. Right where my hand was. That's good.
Missing a spine.
So I want to get better at using my airbrush. I mainly use it for base coats and priming. But even if that's all you're going to use it for, it's a great reason to get one, especially in the winter months when it's hard to go outside and prime.
Yeah.
As far as primer, I use the Vallejo Surface Primer. You can brush that on, or you can send it through the airbrush. I don't thin it at all. I just right out of the pot, give it a good shake.
I think I was getting a little too close. I think I'm like creeping closer and closer to the model as I go.
Oh yeah.
Also, I think I basically out of blue, but I think that's.
I think you blew it.
Haha! You're darn tootin'. If there's something I can do.
Like Arrested Development when the what's the brother's name? You ever watch that show?
Job?
No, the one who's obsessed with the Blue Man Group.
Oh, Buster.
Buster. Yeah, he's all in his get up. He's like, I blew myself.
Oh. Oh yeah. Here's my license plate. It's a new start. It says anus tart.
Yeah.
Or it's my new profession. I'm a combination analyst, therapist, an analrapist.
Oh, I haven't seen that show in so long.
Oh
So
man,
good.
it is a great show. Even the season on Netflix was alright.
Yeah. I have an old Iwata Eclipse. I really want to get one of the harder Sternbeck. Yeah, can't read. The chat's small. Sternbecks. Oh, I got chat over here too. I didn't read it.
Steinbeck?
Sternbecks.
It's like a piano.
Yeah, fancy. Steenbecks. Steenbecks next.
That seems mostly clear.
So you got tentacles on here, eh?
Yeah, coming out of like every seam.
I see that. This masking putty is great for camouflage as well. Actually.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, just put on little blops and spray around it.
I'm gonna grab some of my tanks.
Shake.
There you go. My Valkyrie is a good example. So this I painted mostly with the airbrush, and was prime black, and then I kind of went over it with a dry brush with what's the color? Corvus black, kind of like that off black, and then I just put the masking putty on there, and then I did militia green, and then with some army green highlights in the panels.
Sure.
And peeled it all off, and it was like practically done. And then just a little bit of weathering, painted the metallics, and it was all set and good to go. So my tanks are all done the same way as well. And They paint it really fast and it looks great.
It does.
Really easy.
Yeah. Like a Sunday morning.
There's the crimson.
Yeah. You probably. Oh yeah, it's a lot easier when you're just like aiming and there's not like other parts to worry about.
Yep.
Wow. Yeah. Holy.
I'm surprised that hasn't clogged yet.
What can I say? I've got the
You got the magic touch?
beginner's luck. Ha! Nope, I zagged there.
Exactly.
It is hard to push it in just a little.
Yeah, this one's a little bit easier on the trigger action. But, you know, maybe this one just had a bad needle because I did change the needle out before we started. And it seems to be working for you pretty well. So
Well, what can I say? I have the magic.
I
don't. Absolutely don't. Okay.
All
That's
right. We got 2 alien plants painted. It's looking good. So I guess whenever you're ready, you can start painting.
Oh boy. So
this monstrosity.
So start with the low light and work up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's definitely classic layering there.
I'll get to the other part. Oh man, yeah, I got a lot more masking to do. All right. Well, so let's see if we're gonna go for like a pinky purple. Probably start with like a dark purple.
Yeah, I start with a dark purple. Maybe that one you were using for the plants.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like this, so you can kind of see. If that's not dark enough, we could also mix
in a little black.
Mix in a little bit of black.
Not the primer.
Not the primer. No, there's black in there too.
Night scales, rough light.
Those are metallics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we do have
Am I just not
Xerxes purple.
Oh, that is real dark.
We
and
could
then
use too.
That would be mixed with a little thinner.
Yeah,
this
we
is
use
just
some
a regular
airbrush thinner.
Okay.
And thin that down.
Am I literate? Oh, there it is. Hi, Mr. Matt. Okay.
You're not illiterate. You're just blind.
Yeah. As evidenced by me taking off and putting on my glasses all the time to see different. Very cool. All right.
So does anyone know what the Cadillac brand is for airbrushes? I sure don't.
What's the Oldsmobile brand?
The Oldsmobile is probably was it a TimberTech? Apparently.
TimberTech.
This one is.
Interesting.
Do you know it?
No, I just sounds fun.
It sounds fun, yeah.
Just a little black, and then I would use that. Let me get a little in there, actually.
Little dab will do ya.
That's true.
Black is very strong.
Oh, also that.
Doesn't matter.
6-1. Thank you. Oh boy. Oh my gosh. All right, so then. All right.
That's pretty dark, yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
Are you nervous?
Absolutely, I'm nervous. But I suppose on one hand, I'm not because I screw up my models all the time anyway and have to like touch them up.
You masked it.
Yes, I did.
In worst case, we just strip it all down and start over.
Well,
I kid.
This one's probably just go a little ham now because I'm essentially like base coating.
Yeah. Make sure you stay where you masked.
Yeah. Try not to shoot like at an angle that'll get behind it.
Yep. always be mindful of your angle and what's behind, what's downrange.
Yeah, that's like, you know.
So what kind of a highlight color are you going for this?
Well, I was probably gonna do like a bright. I was thinking about trying to do like a bright pink tentacle,
Uh-huh.
pinky, purpley. I'm gonna have to keep adding paint. This, well, probably not.
That could look nice. I have like a fleshy, peachy color.
Yeah, my original thinking was to do like a colored, like the zenithal. I forgot what they're calling that now. Like a, not a slap chop where you do it with color, so that when you paint the contrast on top of it, it like works.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's called.
Yeah, it's like colored lighting kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot the term they're using for it, but yeah.
I don't know.
I kind of did that a little bit when I painted Gilliman. I had purple in the shadow and the yellow for the light. And some of it kind of showed through a little bit, but I wasn't really using contrast paints. But
Oh, so you think the paint was too opaque that you didn't really get a good effect?
yeah, I mean, it's very subtle versus just having black and white
Well,
for the zenithals.
But I feel like subtle is probably something you want to go for in like a
Yeah.
demon
I think so.
submission.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I'm not upset about it at all.
Oh gosh, dude, it looks amazing. I couldn't.
Thank you.
Yeah, see it in person if you have that option.
It does look better in person than in the pictures.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, it looks good in the pictures,
Well, yeah.
but it looks better in person.
Every model always looks better in person, just because, yeah, like digital photography, you know, you can only display so many colors with so many bits.
That's true.
So,
Spitting truth.
especially if you're like uploading over Discord or something, you know, it's going to compress and less colors, so they kind of get like forced to the nearest neighbor, and you lose some of that subtle blend between the shades.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And taking pictures is hard. Can you
It
get the
is.
stir guy? Thank you, sir.
The stir guy. Travis says,
Oh.
I keep hearing amazing things about the Harder and Steenbecks. They get pricey. Yeah, and then does anyone watch Squidmeyer? What's his airbrush brand?
Squidmire?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
He's got his own like airbrush, but I think it's just like a rebranded something.
Yeah, I do think well, I think I was watching him recently where they're doing like, are these scam products or not?
Oh yeah.
And they rate them from 0 scam to 10 scam.
Yeah.
And oh man, what were we just talking about?
Airbrushes.
Yes. Oh yeah, and they basically go over how there's like 2 factories that make like 90% of the airbrushes.
Yeah.
So.
Not surprising.
No. In this economy, it's like Temu for airbrushes. Oh yeah, wow. And I can see once you get good at this, needing to like mask less and less.
Yep.
But wow, the time spent masking, I feel like is paying off in spades now.
Oh yeah, yeah. I wish I would have got the masking putty sooner too. His own custom one is an H&S, Harder and Steenbeck. Harder and Steenbeck.
Oh, is that the brand?
Yeah.
That's what you're talking about?
H&S, yep.
H&S. Wow, this is going so fast. This is crazy. Get an airbrush.
Sam's gloved left hand is showing up as his gloved right hand to Colin's left in the top-down right brain hurts. Oh.
Have we like combined to make one total human person?
That's funny.
You know what's funny? How fun this is. This is really.
Yeah, you having a blast?
Sam, I am having a blast.
I'm glad you're having a blast.
This is this is more fun than I thought it was gonna be, and way less stressful than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you're like, just hit it with the air. Just the air.
Yeah, just hit it with the air. If you want to dry it, hit it with the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna air it out. Air it out.
Try to air it out on camera though. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
I know painting on camera is like a whole other animal.
Well, everything I do, I like.
You're already being really mindful of like what angle you're holding it, and you know, but it's like, oh yeah, but also make sure it's in frame.
Yeah, I'm not an old hand at this.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting the painting on camera.
Hey, good job. You're getting to really close to 2K subs.
Yeah, we are getting close to 2K subs. We're at 18 something, like 1830 something last I checked.
I think it was 1860 something last night.
Oh, you know what? I can pull it up right here. Where are we at? We are at 1841.
Oh, I lied.
You lied.
I'm a monster.
That's all right. It's going up though, day by day. We get a few.
Yeah, well, what were we at like this time last year? Like under 1,000?
Yeah, just under 1,000. Because remember, yeah, we hit 1,000 around June, I want to say, or maybe April.
It was after Adepticon, right?
Yeah, it was April. We hit 1,000.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, right after Adepticon.
Yeah, we're almost double in size. We're on track to hit 2,000, I think, before Adepticon. Hopefully, this month, next month.
And we are both going to be there.
We are both going to be
And
there.
a bunch of probably, I think every single person that's been on this channel is going to be there.
Yes, Andrew's going to be there for sure. Ben is going to be there. Me and Ben are doubling up for the Longmore doubles.
Yep, and Todd and I are going to double up again.
Todd and Collins are going.
We'll see if we can repeat the sportsmanship award.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Maybe you'll win an air compressor.
Be like, can I have a compressor? Guys, I don't need another brush.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that's that. Now I wonder, I'm just going to try to do some like balls out.
Whoa.
Free balling it.
So confident you are.
Oh, God, no. I am clenching, which you cannot see. I just figure now's the time to just be a little wild with it, you know?
Just be a little wild.
Crazy, you know?
Crazy.
Maybe a kiss.
No.
I was talking to my predator.
Oh, okay. I bought an ultra quiet one from Menards when it was on sale. It was a full-size compressor, but pretty darn quiet next to me.
Oh, is that a criticism about?
Is this one loud? Can you hear this one going off? The little jackhammer in the background.
Wow, if you do it at the right angle, even if there's a little,
it kind of works, right?
this is fun.
Yeah, it's fun. You're unlocking a whole other potential.
Yeah.
And just wait till you learn how to use a wet palette.
I suppose I have one. I don't necessarily always use it.
I never paint without one. Well, that's not true. 99% of the time I paint with a wet palette.
Yeah. Although I do.
Whoa!
Whoa! I almost did a crazy party foul.
just dump it all out, you know.
Well, there's not a lot in there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to move that out of the way because I realized it was behind. It was in my field of fire.
It was downrange. Yeah, where's Gilliman?
Yeah, keep him very far away. Makes me want to paint up my Abaddon.
Nope. Legit cannot hear it. Was not a criticism or snark. Nice. It's probably getting filtered out from the microphones.
Can't hear it over my screeching.
And the more thin the paint is, the more it kind of like sprays out.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. Like you can like see the cone.
Yeah, like
in the distance. Yeah, like it's kind of fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun.
It's really fun.
It is. This is really cool. Thanks for letting me do this.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it.
I'm glad this brush is working out because I was worried that one was going to clog, but I think it was just the needle. The needle was bad.
I am really just freeballing it. It like once you start to get like an idea of where the paint's gonna go, it's not as hard as, not as intimidating as it seems. And also, oops,
a little bit of overspray there.
Yeah, but you know what? I can't even tell.
It's very subtle. Just be more careful with the highlights because those will show through a lot more.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Because this is such a dark color, it's gonna kind of just blend
into the shit. Yeah, because I did it all dry brushing, so there's tons of shadows.
Yep.
Oh, I guess that's all the tentacles in this one.
That's all the tentacles.
That's all the tentacles.
Oh, yeah, I mean on the turrets.
Only this turret.
Okay.
See, it's like coming out through like it's squeezing out
Oh yeah.
through the little man door.
Ooh, that was gonna be kind of tricky.
Yeah. Now I'm letting the power get to my head. Ooh, let's clear this out. There. There.
Don't
Yeah,
spoil
yeah.
anything.
I had a moment of like something doesn't compute with what I'm doing.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. It's just like I'm like, why did I do that?
I just wanted to destroy something beautiful.
Sam, I finally decided how I want to do my aspect warriors. I'm gonna bring some of that purple into each squad. I had to think of the color theory for some of the squads, like the fire dragons, so they don't end up looking horrendous. Yes. Like a bad circus clown.
Oh, well, then you can just say they're Harlequins.
True, that would work as well. Yeah.
Which, if I did get into Eldar, I think I'd have to do Harlequins because I am a clown.
Some evil clowns.
Yeah. Are they evil? Aren't they kind of chaotic neutral?
They're not good. They're not bad.
No, they're just there.
Yeah.
Like, they're just trying to like live, man.
Laughing the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you're masking off.
Yeah. Sorry, I know this is thrilling. This is scintillating television.
Yes.
Sorry, everybody. Bear with me. This should go a lot faster than the last one. I didn't realize how many darn tentacles I put.
So I finally, since I got Gilman first draft done,
yeah,
minus some touch-ups, I finally was able to crack into the Death Corps of Krieg army box.
Oh, so, well, you just got the new box.
Yeah.
What's all in there?
You got 10 Death Riders on the new models.
Oh, those like lizard horses?
Yeah.
I think they're cool.
They're like
I know some
Griffin
people
horses.
don't like them.
I think they're awesome.
I think they're really neat.
Those models are really cool. The poses are so dynamic, and you can give them. They come equipped with a lance, a power saber, and a las rifle. So you don't have to choose what war gear they get, but you can choose how you want to model them because they have ones where they have the saber out. They have ones where they have the lance.
Oh,
and then some with the guns.
Do they use both on their profile, or do you have to choose between like melee?
All three on the profile.
So there's no war gear selection?
There's no war gear selection.
I feel like war gear is going to be a thing of the past before too long.
I suspect that's probably going to be the case too. But it's kind of nice that I don't have to like pick
magnetize stuff.
Yeah, because I mean I have 5 guys with the lances right now, and then I'm building the other 5 with a mixture of sabers and the guns.
Oh, nice.
They're equipped with all 3, and they all look so cool. And I want to
absolutely.
You can just pick whatever looks the coolest. So you get 10 of those. You get Lord Marshal Dreyer.
Oh, he's the guy on a horse.
He's the guy on the Death Steed, whatever they're called. And you get 5 combat engineers, which is a new unit, and they get like a little sapper robot.
I was gonna say, what do they put up bridges?
Yeah. And then there's also the new artillery gun.
Oh, is it just a new design? It's just the artillery kit, but with a new model, or?
Yeah, it's kind of like the heavy weapons, the one that came out with the KDM box. Except for it's got different gun options, and I think the base is like way bigger.
Oh, so it's a new unit, not just a new sculpt.
Yeah, it's a new unit.
Okay.
But yeah, it's got the new Earth, the siege gun.
And I'm sure that won't be annoying to get shot with.
Yeah, it's got like this rocket battery gun. And the cool thing about that kit is, all the guns you can just swap out on the base without any magnets.
Oh, it's like a push fit.
Yeah, it like just kind of sets in there and it fits. No magnets, and there's enough parts to build all the guns.
That is awesome. I love it.
I can't believe that they did that.
It's a little too consumer friendly.
Yeah.
Well, I think
it's a little too consumer friendly for Games Workshop. I mean,
hey, a broken watch is right twice a day.
That's true. Yeah, so I'm excited to get those painted up. I bet some tanks I picked up at the swap meet recently, some Lehman Russes, and I got a slew of Eldar I need to pick up once that pre-order comes in.
Yeah, hopefully they will fulfill their monetary obligations soon.
Yeah.
Come on, GW.
Right? Yeah, so what I think is they just don't produce enough, and there's a clear pecking order, right?
GW stores?
Yeah, their web shop, the GW stores, and then their big whale
The big one, like the Noble Knights and stuff.
Yeah, like the Noble Knights, the game universes where they have like multiple locations and a huge Warhammer buy-in, you know. And then last, all the other small stores that have like the bare minimum trader requirement stuff, you know, they're the last to get their orders fulfilled. So,
well, that you know what that means. We just got to make our local game stores sell way more models.
Right? Yeah. So it's like I get frustrated. I happen to order these through a smaller store that has and I want to support them, but the downside, the pre-order didn't come through. So I'm like, I want to like support them, but I also want to get my stuff. So I don't know if I'm gonna pre-order from them again.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why
And that's,
we know a lot of. There's a few LGSs around us that are
Yeah.
like done with.
Yeah, that's given up Games Workshop entirely because of this exact issue of them not producing enough on some of these pre-orders. Now things like the Krieg Army set, I mean, I had a feeling that wasn't going to be an issue because the Cadia Stands box, you can still find those in stores today.
It was just weird because I feel like Guard is a very popular army.
It is. I think they overproduced those boxes just like the launch boxes because I knew that it was going to be a huge demand, and I think they underestimated some of the Eldar demand. But it's like, come on, we haven't had new models for what, 30 years?
Since the 90s, right? Some of them?
Of course people are going to want to buy them in droves.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it, like, I still think a lot of the Elder line, despite its age, is really cool.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they don't deserve new skulls.
Yeah, and the new stuff, it's like, oh man, it could get better, yeah.
Yeah, like that Warp Spider character, that is a cool model.
New Warp Spider,
Exarch?
Phoenix Lord.
Phoenix, oh, okay.
Exarch's the leader of the squad. Yeah, the Phoenix Lord looks very cool. So I'm excited to get the Aspect Warriors painted up. I think I'm going to do an Aspect Warrior painting series.
Oh, okay.
Where I kind of go through how to paint each Aspect Warrior in their colors.
Which ones are the Aspect Warriors?
Those are your Dire Avengers, your Howling Banshees, Warp Spiders, Striking Scorpions, Dark Reapers.
So, like, the stuff that's the step beyond, like, your basic infantry.
All the Skittles Eldar, that's not the Craft World colors.
Oh, okay. So, like, Guardians wouldn't be Aspect Warriors.
Right, those are
just, like, your clan.
The standard infantry of whatever Craft World. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
So each Aspect Warrior has their own shrine, and their own like warrior code.
Oh, like every single one?
Every
caste or whatever. Oh, okay.
Yeah, every group. They have their own like order, you know, like the Howling Banshees are in order.
Oh, okay. I see your point.
And then like the most elites, those are the Exarchs, essentially the squad sergeants, right? And then each Aspect Warrior tribe or group has their own Phoenix Lord, which is like a noble warrior, you know. So you have like Jane Czar, Magan Ra, and the others, like the new one, the new Fugan.
Fugan?
For the Fire Drakes.
Oh, okay.
Fire Dragons.
Oh, they have a new.
Yeah, they have a new sculpt for him, and.
Oh, he's always been there, but it's just a new sculpt. Okay.
And then there's the eagle guy. Is it Barath?
Barath, yeah.
Barath.
He was a real piece of work in 9th.
Yeah.
I think 10th too. Travis can probably speak to that if he's still here. Barath, he's still pretty crazy.
I'm sad that the Folgerol Shadow Specters went to Legends.
The Tantalus for Drukhari going to Legends sucks because they don't have a big model now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That Tantalus was cool too. That I feel is a real shame.
Yeah, I lost a few things to Legends in the Eldar release. I lost my Shadow Specters, and I lost 2 of the Hornets. Those are like the really small tanks. They have like the bright lances.
Oh, kind of like a Piranha.
Yeah.
Like that size?
Yeah, they're kind of like... Yeah, they're kind of like a Ridge Runner size.
God, don't start Ridge Runner. I'm gonna...
A Ridge Hopper.
Yeah.
A Dune Crawler.
Yeah, a rock eater?
Rock Hopper, that's what you call
Rock
them.
Hopper, yeah. I used to have such big, strong units. That's a rock eater.
Yes. Barath needs to come down 15 points, probably. He'd be more competitively priced. 15 points doesn't seem like a whole lot, but...
I'd agree, except I like it when Eldari are in pain.
Yeah.
Kidding. All right, cool. All right, I did the base of the purple.
Nice.
now we work. Oh gosh.
We work
Now I
our
have to
way
do
up.
like fine painting.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is where the skill comes in.
I'm a fine guy.
There's like that fleshy color. I don't know. Would that look cool or no?
Yeah.
Top,
So like,
top left.
okay, barbarian flesh.
I don't know. I mean,
Should I? So now here's a question: when we're building up to it, do I do a purple in this mix for the next one, or do I just keep doing this a little thin and like go higher and higher and try to get like narrow and narrower highlights?
yeah. You might want like a 50-50 mix. Oh, I guess. I mean, you could go straight with that because the beauty of the airbrush is you get perfect blends. You know.
I mean, that's what I'm sensing. Like even the stuff I accidentally do, I'm like, hi, that kind of looks
it's
intentional.
stuff you can't do with a brush, which is nice.
Yeah.
Or maybe even like maybe the crimson red.
I was thinking, is that this? No.
Or the one
this
next to it.
this.
Yeah.
Chimera red. Okay.
Chimera red. Maybe,
I mean, maybe these two together, like a little red, and that might
just a very slight, like maybe this is like a mid-tone, and then this just a very light.
Yeah.
Very, very, very subtle. Like
let's try it.
Twist the knob, tighten it up. You know.
Just like this knob.
Yeah.
So to the right.
Yeah.
It's a classic righty-tighty.
Righty-tighty, so that way you get less burst of air, and that way it's a little bit
more
focus fire.
Is it okay if I like push this down and adjust this to hear the difference?
Of course.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to break it.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't actually.
You might not hear a difference, but you'd see a difference.
Yeah. Oh, I imagine. Okay.
Like it's pretty much like how when you pull it back all the way, how much comes out.
Yeah, it's like an upper limit.
Yeah, it's like an upper limit essentially.
Okay.
That way, if you bring it down, then you don't have to worry about accidentally, too wide of a cone.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
nice
sense.
and focused and narrow.
Yeah, I would probably turn it down more and then turn it up.
Right.
As you go. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Good.
I mean, you can even experiment here with the colors on the paper, if you like it,
I cannot overstate how fun this is. The masking is super droll.
Yeah.
But this is like.
Oh, peeling off the masking though, it's the most satisfying thing ever. Especially when there's
like,
camouflage. It's just like, oh.
No, you work in tech too, so you got to know the pleasure of like leaving like a plastic strip on a bezel for weeks, and then you're like, ooh.
Slowly peeling
it
off.
Oh god, it's so good. I think that's
gonna blend beautifully.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did I? Oh yeah.
Look at that.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Where's the?
That's a
golly gosh.
There.
Oh golly gosh. So now it's like try not to come from below. Almost party fouled again. Try not to come from below because you want to make it like the light. Okay.
Just keep it real.
I'm gonna try to keep it like a
real tight
distance from me. Yeah, high and tight. I'm just pulling it back like a little.
Yep.
This is.
You can always add more, right?
Yeah. You guys. This is so. I cannot. Thanks, Sam. This is great.
I'm glad you're having fun.
I am having an absolute blast.
It's fun hanging out with someone in person this time around. Usually I'm just hanging out with chat, which chat is very fun. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to have like two people.
Yeah, we can banter and talk about things. It's less reactionary.
Some bands. Well, I'm a very reaction. I'm almost all reaction.
All right, so while you do that,
this is so
neat. I got myself a refill.
What's up, chat? It's just you and me. How you doing?
I'm still here.
You're spoiling the magic. If you step out of frame, you step out of reality. Oh, I'm not under camera anymore.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe maybe one day doing live battle reports. Maybe like once a month or something.
I can see that being.
I have to get the tech set up just right. So we're using my nice camera up here for the top down, and then I got the GoPro wired up for the.
Oh sure.
Us. So I might. I'm trying to think how that works for a live battle report because I could maybe still do the handheld. Just be very careful not to yank the USB cable out.
A little overspray, but
Yeah.
I can. Oh wow, you're right. This is like the reversed x-axis is tricky.
Yes. Yeah, a little bit of overspray.
But I mean, it's in shadow, and there's also going to be a sponson gun there. So.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'll be a little more careful moving on. Oh.
That's good. That's
good?
beautiful.
Okay.
Right there. Oh yeah, right there, just like that.
Oh yeah. Would the area of the store be like, you betcha. Oh man. I'm gonna try to go for this little tentacle. That's just like it's messed up. Oh boy. Oh wow, that's fun.
You get it?
I got it, yeah.
Nice. That's precision right there, folks. Precision.
Oh, don't worry, I'm making a bunch of overspray in this vicinity, but like, who cares? This is so cool. I can touch up the other stuff later.
Yeah. And yeah, that's
wow,
that's
and just like, man, I don't know, it's not gonna show, but like, even just now, it's starting to get like,
yeah, you get like some
like a gradient.
the gradient of
yeah.
color, and it's looking more, you know.
Yeah, and you can just make like a decision, like I'm not gonna shoot this from the bottom, barely.
Yep. And then yeah, like you know, you got your color buildup. It's like okay, now it's just gonna be top down only for this bit, you know. Just to really get that perfect light kind of.
Yeah. Wow.
Cast a light effect.
That is so fun.
See,
I can't. I got. And then
you gotta get an air compressor, man.
Is Ning here? Wait, you call him? Yeah. Well, I don't know if
think Todd.
Well, he's been on stream.
Yeah, he's been
so
on
anyway, Todd and I won airbrushes, and when he heard I was coming on, he was like, "No way, did you get a compressor before me?" No, but I might now because this is like an absolute blast. And like, it's easier than I thought.
It is.
Like it might seem intimidating, at least to me it was.
Yeah, I mean, me too. I was like, I have to like thin paint to the right consistency, and what do I do when it clogs? You know, it's like, you know, it's just one of those things where you just do it a couple times, and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad, and then you kind of get more comfortable with the tool, and
you
just go up from there.
Oh, we gotta add more paint.
Just like a wet palette.
Yeah.
Which is actually easier than an airbrush.
Wet palette?
Yeah.
In what way? Oh, like using a wet palette? Oh, but you put paint on it. You put water in it. You put paint on it.
Yeah, it's easy.
That's true. There's 2 steps. I was 3 if you count putting the lid on it when you want to save the paint.
Yeah. But it definitely makes working with thin paints way easier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I do a lot of dry paletting just because I do so much dry brushing.
Yeah.
And also like painting like Death Guard slimes. Like I don't really need to. First I'm gonna use like a metric ass load of this paint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like when I'm doing like my neck rounds, I usually don't use my wet palette at all because it's mostly just dry brushing. And then I use my dry palette to get it on my brush, you know.
The fact that I could do it mostly by dry brushing is like the main reason I'm contemplating like Necrons.
Yeah.
At any point. Also, I think dry brushing like a Monolith or the Silent King would be a lot of fun.
Ooh. Yeah, that one I didn't do as much dry brushing.
No, well, yeah, I mean, your Silent King's amazing.
Thank you. I was actually
and your
thinking,
Catans
like,
are
maybe
great.
I could just submit the Silent King to Golden Demon too, because that one turned out really well too. But
you don't have to like have. Oh, oops! I got a little close on.
You don't have to paint it in the year of the competition. I mean,
see, as you can see, I did a little bit of like, oh god darn.
Ooh.
I made it really bright there. Oh yeah. For a little air. Oop. I wasn't paying attention. Oop. I guess I need more paint.
Up, or
no, I think I am going through the paint or maybe I'm putting in less than I thought.
Okay. We still haven't had a clog yet. I'm really surprised. And it's still coming out nicely, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it sure
seems like it.
Yeah.
Here, let me like a.
Yeah. Wow. I'm gonna have to switch over so you know it. I wasn't using this brush a whole lot because I was having troubles with it.
So you think it was maybe just the needle?
I think the needle was bad. Yeah.
Oh man, this is. And it's just like, well, I just want to get a lot of red in there. You can just sort of like crank it up.
Yep.
And there's gonna be shadow in there, so I'll just get the red over here.
Yeah, it just really unlocks a whole lot that you can do.
And like, wow, wow, like a little extra red. Just like,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
And like this tip, like,
Nice little bright spot of vibrancy.
yeah. I'm grinning. This is so much fun.
How wholesome! This is great.
Is it? This is like the most wholesome I've ever been on your channel. The dice aren't pissing me off.
Yes, you're the one I have to censor the most.
I take that as a compliment.
I have the little like clown horn.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen it in a minute. But like, we can put up like a curse counter. Do I need to do like a swear jar? Oh, overspray.
Oh no!
No, that's just blood I painted on earlier.
Yeah, it's just blood on the spice.
You know, it'll happen. No, it was blood I painted on before.
Oh,
It was.
okay.
I didn't actually.
Oh, it was blood.
Goop up. I don't think. If it does, it's very bespoke. Which is one of the great things I like about painting Death Guard. It's like, hey, your mistakes.
Yeah.
Are you even gonna notice them when you cover it with
They're messy,
gore?
right? They're naturally messy, so.
You can cover up a lot of mistakes with slime and blood.
You got some tentacles back here you didn't get, right?
Oh yeah, not the tires.
And on the other side.
Yeah, this one is very tentacle heavy.
I can't wait to see what this looks like once you peel off that masking putty.
Yeah, I am.
Real nice.
I hope so. As long as it doesn't look like my wife. Yeah. Oh man.
Did you get this side under the?
I did not. I'll come at it from the top. Oh yeah. Sorry. Hello. I'm on screen.
It's like paired programming but painting.
Yeah. Oh boy, man.
So paired programming, if you guys don't know, is when two programmers write the same code. One is literally typing, and the other is watching what the other one's doing and saying, "That's wrong."
Oh, not just going, I'm going to add your line comments because I know you're not going to.
No. It's like you get to a point where like, oh, what's the best way to do this? And they start typing, and it's like, oh, actually, what if you did it this way? Yeah. So it's like, it kind of keeps you more productive because it's easy to sometimes zone out when you're working on code. And then 10 minutes pass, and you're like, oh, shoot, what was I doing?
That makes sense. It's easy to zone out doing a lot of
things,
stuff.
yeah. But yeah, paired programming, accountability and productivity all in one.
You know what that reminds me of? It's so I am in my 40s and I just got diagnosed with ADHD. There's a thing if you have like, oh, thank you. It's a real honor to have a justification for being a doofus. No, but it's a thing called body doubling, where you do things in a room with someone else, or even if you're doing separate tasks. So just because there's someone there, you're more cognizant of like staying on task.
It is like the going into the office mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can stay more focused if I go to the office. I will admit.
Yeah, because your painting supplies aren't there.
Well, all my painting stuff's in the basement. My office is upstairs.
Oh wow, yeah. No, my office is my nerd cave as well, which is
that's deadly. That's
a mistake. I have painted models on Teams calls. I have made kit bashes on Teams calls.
I'd probably do the same if it was right there. But
I made most of Chompy on a Teams call.
Very
It was a meeting that could have been an email that was 3 hours long.
Oh yeah, one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then by all means, hobby away, right?
Well, you know, not every meeting's critical.
Exactly.
Oop. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is so fun. This is so darn fun. I really did not think I was gonna have so much fun.
I didn't think you would either.
Well, you know, I said when I was listing things to bring, what was a positive mental attitude?
And you sure brought it.
I don't want to be living in a van down by the river. Okay. Is a little water?
A little bit. There we go.
Oh, cool. Oh, I can also do this. I forgot about it. All right. So I just want to add a little more. Yeah, I'm going to try to like.
Can you bring it over to the right? Oh, yeah. There we go.
Sorry, Chad. Sorry, viewers. Like.
By a really nice. What if it's a really nice van by a really nice river, like a Winnebago?
Well, what?
A Winnebago?
Oh, I mean, Winnebagos are all right.
Living in
I like
Winnebago by Lake Winnebago?
I could maybe live in a Winnebago by Lake Mendota. I don't know why.
Where's Lake Mendota?
Madison.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
It's like the isthmus.
It's like the big lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, Madison's a unique city with its like geographical layout with the lake and everything.
Yeah, Madison's an interesting geographical and.
It's a very Wisconsin lake town, but also, yeah, it's very unique.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think.
Are we ready to move on to a highlight color?
Yeah, I think. You think I should? There's a little red left in here.
I think the
Do
barbarian.
you think I should
flesh,
mix this in first and then just do the barbarian flesh, or do you think I just go straight to highlight?
Just try a little bit of barbarian flesh.
Okay. Yeah.
Just right out of the pot.
All right.
See what happens. You know.
Dump that in.
You never know what's gonna happen.
I don't.
You might like it.
Oh, I got a little paint on the outside here somehow.
Oh, that's okay.
I don't want to look like a total noob.
If you don't have paint on the outside of your airbrush, are you even hobbying?
Yeah, if you don't have an airbrush. Or if you do, but it's just in a drawer because you don't have a compressor.
It's like if you don't have paint on your smock, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, clean desk, messy mind, and vice versa.
Exactly. Well, I might have some colored snot I'll be blowing out later.
Oh, I hope I do.
I can feel it a little bit. Yeah. Normally respirators are great. Don't always airbrush without one.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot to bring mine.
But,
so I think this is a little solidarity.
Yeah, and this works too because otherwise it'd be like,
Yeah. It's all clicks and buzzes.
Yeah. And then like turn that in real tight.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Real fine lines.
Maybe I need to put more in here. Or maybe I finally got a clog.
Oh, did we get our first clog?
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see that in an instant replay.
Huh?
No, I think this is like full blast because I turned it down so much. That's how I kind of want it, right?
Yeah, I think so. If you want to do some highlights, because you can very subtly build it up.
Yeah. Well, you know, I am a master of subtle. That's one for the real ones out there. The Collins heads. There's all two of them. Whoa.
Careful.
That feel like it came out faster than it had been.
It clogged and then it just like all of a sudden rushed out.
Possibly, but most of it got on the mask. So
yeah.
Not super. I think it's kind of tricky to see how much this is coming out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll turn it down a little. That is like, now it's like barely coming out. Maybe that's where I want it at.
Yeah. I think less is more. Just a little touch here and there.
Yeah, maybe I'll turn it
just like a little
more. Yeah.
Little spritz. And maybe not even on the underside.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Duh. That's a good call.
Lighting.
I'll start with this one.
Start with that one? Yeah.
Just because it's less. Oh, you can turn it down a little.
Yeah.
I guess when I get home, I could like dry brush on some final highlights.
Exactly. Yeah. It doesn't all have to be airbrush. But you can get like a lot of really cool effects.
Also, just holding it a little further away is helpful.
Yep. Yeah. How much you pull it back, the distance of the model.
Yeah,
air
it's
pressure. There's a lot of knobs you can tweak to really kind of get it to work the way you want it to.
nods between.
A lot
Ha
of levers to
immature.
pull.
I'm an immature person. Is it? Oh, I think we got a clog.
All right.
Oh, maybe.
It's definitely clogging up a little bit, but it's still flowing. So, yep.
Looks like it's not.
Let's take a look at the needle here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like we got a little bit of. I'm just gonna try to brush some of that away with my paintbrush. Clean out here.
Oh, nice. Oh, probably turn up the air while you're trying to do this, right?
Yeah, I just wet my brush and wiped up in there, and
Oh yeah. Wow, that's coming through
that
much
did
better.
wonders. Now we can actually tighten this up, probably.
Yeah. Well, now I feel silly. I did part of it with it before, but you know what?
Oh, there you go. Try that on for size.
I got it.
I tightened it up pretty.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So you can get some really fine.
Cool. Yeah.
Very subtle. That's why I like this junk brush to keep around, so I can just kind of clean the needle as needed. A little bit of water, or a little bit of water and alcohol.
Yeah.
But yeah, you went pretty long without that having any issues.
Yeah. I'm.
The needle clogging. That's pretty nice. I'm happy about that.
This is a lot. I cannot believe it.
Travis, sometimes alcohol is the answer.
Spoken
Cheers.
like a true Scotty.
Hey.
You betcha. Well, I think
you've done it, man.
I think that's kind of it. And then beyond there, if I want to like add real bright highlights, I could take.
Did you get your turret? Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
I think
Maybe I'll just hit
I
this
think
a little.
the viewers at home want to see you peel this.
Oh,
I mean, Travis, he's
you want
hung around.
to
You want
do a little peeling? You can peel
I
one.
would love to peel.
Yeah. I'll start on this guy.
Let's about a little bit so we can see our peel action here.
Oh, and so with this masking, do you just like gum it to get the paint off of it? Like you just squeeze it around?
It'll absorb the paint, and you just kind of, mold it up in a ball.
Oh, interesting. I pulled a little rust off.
Ooh.
But who cares? Dirty down rust. It's a cheat code to awesome. Here, you want to do the turret?
I would love to.
By all means.
I would love to.
Careful while I get these chaos spikes are not long for this world. They go fast and hard.
Back to the warp with you.
This does look cool.
Oh yeah, rip it off the. Oh, that's my favorite part. This is my favorite. This is like painting the Tesseract glow on Necrons. My favorite.
Oh yeah, man! I just went through a half a bottle of Tesseract glow for slimy bases my slime poxwalkers.
Your slime poxwalkers.
Which I didn't actually bring any to show off.
Wow, look at that! Look at that! It's a nice looking nasty tank you got there with some tentacles.
Yeah, wow, and it's you know what? So this is the first kit bash I ever did.
Oh.
This rhino, this big bulbous rhino that I used like wooden balls for like the little bulbous things. It was the first thing I ever did with green stuff. It was during COVID when I had gotten tricked into painting Warhammer.
Tricked?
Oh, well, yeah, my best friend, I was painting D&D models as like my calm, happy place when I wasn't eating Kit Kats and Pringles.
Sure.
2020 was extreme.
Yes.
And he was like, hey, you know what's more fun? The models are bigger and they're more cathartic to paint. I was like, go on. It's like
cathartic, you say?
So then I got a Space Marine Start Collecting kit that had a Vendread in it and a Terminator captain.
I like this tentacle just sticking out. So it's like, I'm going to touch you.
Oh, so this is a Vindicator.
Oh, okay.
So that's a cannon, and I'm gonna hang a bell. I just haven't found a
Oh.
bell that I wanted.
So this is a Vindicator.
Yes, my buddy gave me. This was at the end of 8th edition.
And you
He
played as a
gave.
Vindicator? Or,
Hell no! I turned it into a chaos thing immediately.
yeah, but I guess does Chaos? They don't have Vindicator tanks, do they?
Death Guard doesn't,
Death Guard.
but CSM do, and they are
Ah.
actually really popular and cool.
Yeah, they are really cool. Can you ally a Chaos Space Marine Vindicator with Death Guard?
No, you can't. You can only ally Chaos Knights and Nurgle Demons.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah, and in fact, I believe they are going to be added to the Codex when it comes out, because I think that's
They'll have their own datasheet version.
yeah. So actually, look, like the tentacles on this one.
That metallic blue really looks nice on the camera.
I love that color. That's
Yeah.
Azure Magic by Army Painter.
I love it. Yeah.
That
really
and
cool.
then the dark is Evil Chrome.
Evil Chrome. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Evil Chrome. I have that over there on the airbrush.
Oh yeah, it's a banger.
Yeah.
I think the metallic wow, so like I think I accidentally made like a new color scheme because I was gonna turn this is Crusted Sore by Army Painter.
Okay.
I was gonna mix that with some contrast paint and go
Ah.
over if we had just done like the Zenithal
Oh,
or
sure.
whatever. But I think I made like a version of that with like some gradients now.
Yeah. And then you can even go over this with like if you wanted these to be slimy, go over it with like Tentacle Ard Coat.
Oh yeah,
Coat,
what a yeah.
or a clear coat that has the
Yeah, a
glossy
gloss.
varnish.
Yeah, I put a lot of my.
Maybe.
This is a Demon Prince I made out of Mephitic Blight Hauler
Really cool.
and Defiler Arm. It's hard to show him into the camera. If that gives an idea. Well, you gotta see it in person.
You gotta see it.
Yeah, you just gotta. Doesn't do it justice.
We have to do a Death Guard versus Imperial Guard battle report.
Yeah, the guard.
The guard.
Guard
Yeah.
off. So okay, so interesting. So I missed a little. I must have masked off a little. You can see on the tentacle there, it's still
yeah.
blue. I'm just gonna go over that with like enough null oil to drown a rhinoceros.
I mean, oh yeah, like right there.
Oh yeah, or like I was looking like right there.
Oh, right in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
really subtle. Like no, yeah, only you're gonna notice that. But
Oh yeah, and you know what? I was worried I was getting too much highlight on. I barely see it now that I
Yeah.
took it off.
it's really subtle. That's because it was a lot of us overspraying onto the mask.
Yeah,
But
and then it sticks out because the mask is like black.
yeah, so I don't know when you were doing it, I'm like, oh, this is gonna look really cool when we peel this off. I just know it.
It, yeah, I am just shocked at how fast that went and like how fun that was.
Yeah.
Something here.
Oh, wrong turret.
No, it's okay. Oh wait, no, this one does stay on here. That's the one with all the grooves, and this is the one that everything's blasting out of the seams. It's like the concept was the tank itself is like filling up with like
Yeah.
gross viscera, and it's like
something
pushing
you'd
out
see
of the
in,
sides.
like an anime or something.
Yeah, like the end of Akira.
Yeah.
Oh, there's like my girlfriend is like squished to death in there. Ooh.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
This is
man,
nice.
that really
Yeah, these turned out great.
was fun. Yeah, I do wanna. I am gonna add. I think I'll probably dry brush on some like flesh
I hate
tone
this one.
highlights.
This is ugly.
That's because we were dealing with the nozzle
ugly.
problem.
I don't like the colors.
Oh
this
really?
This one looks nice though. This is what I was thinking.
That is fun.
It's very nice alien flora.
I was thinking you could get like white and like if you were really careful, you could like blast it on the inside, kind of like they're like a luminescent.
Oh yeah.
And then you could do a little OSL.
Mm-hmm.
I started it because of the overspray.
Yeah, you're just paving the way.
Just kidding.
Yeah. So we got some cool airbrushing. Collins, you're an expert airbrusher now.
Haha,
You
yay!
just
I
gotta
did
get A
it.
compressor and
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god! And don't feel intimidated. It's easy. The mistakes, yeah. I am long familiar with the concept of being like my own harshest critic.
Yeah.
I can't wait to take these to Adepticon.
Yeah. They're gonna look great on the table.
My slimy, rusty Death Guard. Well, it's like a teacup. I just realized.
It is.
Wow.
Little Death Guard teacup.
Yeah, well, I probably wouldn't be drinking tea they served me.
All right. Well, we painted some tanks. Collins is an airbrush or 3. A tetanus shot. I think it needs a tetanus shot. Yes, it does.
Yeah, it is. I will tell you, I am in love with Dirty Down Rust, but the way to really make it pop is to use like typhus corrosion in spots under it or other sorts of like texture.
Yeah.
And I also like to vary the color because you can really see the color gradation. So if it's bright underneath, it'll be a little more orange.
Oh yeah.
And then at the end, you can take some like riser rust.
Yep.
And like dry brush a little in
further,
spots.
More rust. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta rust pops. I mean, you saw my tyrant.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
The rusticus.
Yeah, the Colossus of Rust.
That's his name. Colossus
Yeah.
If you watch our Knights Battle Report, we got some cool close-up shots of his tyrant. So check that out if you want to see what we're talking about. Yeah, really cool stuff. Collins has a lot of really cool models. These are just some of them.
Yeah, I brought some of my babies. I'll just bring out Chompy because Chompy is my
Still,
absolute baby.
Chompy with the teeth.
It's Oh wait, where can switch? We're going to the top.
Oops.
Camera 1, camera 2, camera 1.
There we go.
Camera 2. So yeah, it's basically your stock, kind of a bog standard mephitic blight hauler. Oh my gosh,
Let me hide our faces here.
Whoa, yeah, good. Get me off there. And I bought fake teeth or false teeth off Amazon. And I just kind of embedded it in green stuff.
So goofy.
They're
very clean teeth too.
Well, he's not finished. I don't exactly know how I'm gonna finish him up. So when I like lost inspiration, I just set it down because I don't want to like screw it up. And I like his little scrambly legs.
What if you did like some sort of like yellow like wash over them so they kind of look like
they're
teeth.
Yeah,
like
a yellowy. I might do like necrotic flat, like a green kind of contrast paint, like at the jawline.
Close to the gums, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like really, really, really bad gingivitis.
Exactly. This thing is. Oh man, this camera's throwing me off.
And I've got a Land Raider that's like partially assembled that I want to put a mouth on, and a Rhino. So it's kind of like transports that spit things out.
David says that's not gonna let me sleep tonight.
Sorry,
I'm coming for you
David.
Yeah, this thing is terrifying.
What are some other cool? Oh, my other Demon Prince. This is maybe attentional nightmare fuel.
The Demon Prince, yes.
This is like I made him out of the head is the console in the center of a drop pod.
Yeah.
That I ripped apart. His tail is a defiler leg.
It's really cool.
And like I was trying to go for like a Hellraiser thing. It's really hard to see, but there's like barbed wire like crisscross through its flesh.
Yep. Yeah, that reminds me of.
Oh, now you can see it.
What's that movie?
Hellraiser.
Hellraiser, or I was thinking Event Horizon.
Oh. Yeah, those are great movies about how many sights I have to show you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is so fun. And I did the wings. I didn't bring him, but I got a Mortarion that I did like a rotted wing.
I like the rainbowy effect on the wings. The rainbow effect on the wings.
Yeah.
It fades from like a red to a blue.
Yeah, and then the actual rot is like sepia tones to a purple.
Yeah. Yeah, really,
it was fun.
Really awesome blends of color there.
Thank you. That was all by hand.
Oh,
that was all hand.
Yeah, you can do some really impressive stuff with hands.
Yeah, you might say I do a pretty good hand job.
Oh my gosh.
Did I not say it right? I don't get it.
Yeah, if you want to see that model, we did a early Crusade campaign when 10th Edition first came out. It was like Tyranids versus Death Guard.
That was fun.
Yeah, I think we did like 4 missions or so.
Yeah, where we did like different phases, sort of
like. Yes, that was a bad joke. But yeah, we did. And we featured that Demon Prince that Collins just showed.
Yeah, didn't he win a game somehow, or was that a fetid blow drone? I can't remember.
I don't remember. Yeah, it was a while ago.
This is another one of my new guys I haven't started painting up. This
The
is
wheelie, the wheel of death.
Oh yeah, yep. It's my wheeled war dog. It's like based on a Moirax frame. More parts from the drop pod. Are like his torso. And then I put the siege claw on his mouth.
Where'd you get those wheels from?
Oh, I bought in a Goodwill a bag of random toy wheels, and I was originally going to do like a kit-bashed orc army
Oh, nice.
out of like toys. I
Yeah.
still have been like collecting toys.
Uh-huh.
But I just have this big thing of wheels, of all different kinds of wheels.
That's fun. And then lastly, I showed this briefly, but I just want to.
Yeah, let's get another look at this guy. This is primo.
The Butte Gilliman.
Yeah.
So this is like, man, this is trippy. The x-axis here. There we go.
I would never steal from a Goodwill.
Here's my progress on Gilliman. I did the base. I have a little bit of touch-ups to do before I
where? I can't even imagine this.
Some of the blending a little bit. I noticed, like, look at the bottom of his foot. It's purple.
Oh, well, it's just shadow.
Yeah, that's my shadow zenithal showing through. I completely missed the paint on there. But yeah, for the most part, it's done.
Are you just gonna? You can just like weather the bottom of his foot if you want.
I could, yeah.
Or are you gonna paint it blue and then weather it? Or?
I'll probably paint it like a blue-black, you know.
Are you gonna add any like basing material to his?
David.
Yeah, it looks so much better in person too, by the way, and it looks great on camera.
Yes.
So,
I'm really happy with it.
I would be ecstatic. That is amazing.
I guess
the
non-metallic metal was very new to me, and I don't know. I'm like really critical of it because like I see a lot of better executions of it from other people online.
Yeah, people who like job is painting models.
Sure. Yeah, but like I guess this is my first like real attempt at like a lot of it, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. But like I just know it could be better. But you know.
Well, you can't let perfect be the enemy of awesome.
That's true. That's true. So, but yeah, I'm really, don't get me wrong, I'm really happy with how it turns out. It's probably the best painted model I own. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even want to hold it. It's so nice.
Touch it. Yeah, I have to varnish it. But yeah, there's just like, I want to do like a little bit of highlights here and there, kind of like how I did on his hand. Some nice extreme little highlights on his fingers.
Oh,
I want to do like a little
dry
bit
brushing?
like on the feet. No, just
yeah.
small brush, you know.
See, I'm gonna get on that highlighting tip.
Having good brushes really helps, and they don't even have to be expensive brushes. Just having
For the super fine ones.
Yeah.
I find like fine synthetic is almost more helpful because
then,
if you're using like a natural one, I feel like it just
having like a nice fine tip brush and then getting the right consistency with like on the wet palette, you can really get some nice highlights. But yeah, so that's G-Man,
right there.
Bobby G.
Yeah, he is very impressive. How many hours would you say you spent on that?
Let's see here. I want to say somewhere between 30 and 40.
That's not as much as I thought you were gonna say, but it is an investment of time.
I'll say 30 to 60.
Okay.
30 to 60 hours. That's kind of rough estimate.
Sure.
I wasn't really keeping track. So I know I painted them on several streams. I know I did a lot of sessions over some weekends where I sit down at maybe 2 p.m., 1 p.m. on a Saturday, and then it's like all of a sudden 6 o'clock. I'm like, oh crap, so something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little by little.
Whoops, I'm up way too late.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well, where's this day gone? I've been painting this leg all day.
Did you paint them in sub-assembly?
Yeah, mostly. So the backpack came off, the shoulder pads came off, the head was off, and the arm was on a separate piece.
Oh, sure.
And then, I have some pictures in our Discord, but not the channel's Discord. I should create a channel Discord. I really should.
A Discord that exists
yes.
that we are in.
Because there's often when I'm painting on stream and people say, "Hey, I'm working on this," and they want to show me, but there's no place for them to drop a link or drop a picture. So if there was a big nerds Discord,
Yeah.
they could, share their mini and I could see it on stream. That'd be really cool. So I should do that. I'll get around to it. Maybe when we hit 2,000 subscribers, I'll start the channel Discord. That'll be fun. But yeah, so I did subassembly and I did the zenithal with a purple from beneath and a yellow from the top.
Yeah. Oh man, I can see that being really fun and easy to do with an airbrush. Just be like purple, yellow. Hey, I'm done.
Yeah, I assembled them, I primed them, and then I did that. And I'm like, let's do this. So let's start painting. I started painting them like. So. Did you
hand paint the blue or did you? Okay.
All the blue is hand painted. Now normally on my Space Marines I do that with the airbrush, but I wanted a lot of control over how the shadow goes because there's a lot like the top of the pecs versus underneath.
Sure. So you want like more blue where the light's gonna hit.
Yeah. So I just did a lot of glazing and a lot of slow build up because I think that's it looks a little bit different than with an airbrush because the airbrush looks very almost like too clean sometimes.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wanted it to have a painterly kind of look because with the non-metallic metal, it looks very painterly versus just having like a smooth gradient everywhere. So I wanted that look over the whole thing. So I did everything with a brush.
Yeah, you're right. Because sometimes you see that on larger models where like the armor panels or like the larger body plates are in that like perfect airbrush gradient.
Yeah.
And then there's like larger details that are hand painted and it kind of is jarring. Sometimes it looks great, but sometimes it can be.
And like it looks good, but sometimes it just has like that really clean look, and it's like maybe that's not what you're going for,
I don't know anything about a clean look.
Like almost like too fresh of a clean look. I mean, there's like painting clean, what you want to do, but then there's just something like almost like unnatural machine to it. Like it looks like maybe like a action figure that came off the assembly line that's got like the automated airbrushing, or something.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
It just looks a little too like.
It's not lived in.
Yeah, it doesn't look like somebody painted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it looks like it came off a line.
Exactly. Yeah.
Sure.
Well, yeah. Well, this was a lot of fun.
Oh my God!
Thanks for coming and bringing the models and
thanks for having me.
Letting me teach you how to use the airbrush. But yeah, you did great.
This was so much fun. This was A+. Very fun. I gotta get a compressor.
Yeah, you do gotta get compressor.
How much do they run?
I mean, this is probably like $70, $60. They're not expensive.
So basically all the stuff maybe $100 for like a kit.
$100 investment. Yeah, one of these like you can get this spray pot thing.
Yeah.
That comes with brushes. Like this came with the airbrush. It's got some extra nozzles and.
Is that the cleaning kit?
It's just the kit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's got some extra nozzles and extra parts and stuff. But yeah, it's all really cheap stuff you can get on Amazon. It's like $20 for like a kit, or maybe $12 for a kit or something.
Nice.
Airbrushes themselves, you can get cheap airbrushes for $20-$30. That's good enough to get started. That's something like this.
Yeah, especially if you're just gonna do like priming.
Yeah,
and like maybe a quick zenithal.
Priming, base coat, zenithal. If that's all you want to use it for, it's still worth it because you save so much time, and then you have this tool that you can use in the future if you want to take it to the next level. You're all ready to go. You just gotta take the time to actually do it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And like, obviously, I can see where I oversprayed and stuff like that, but you know what?
It still works. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be critical. I just mean like, it's you can really dial it in, and I was 2 hours, like not even like an hour and 20 minutes of practice tops.
Right. Yeah.
And I really, wow.
It's definitely a learned skill, and you can get some more finesse and do even more with it. But I mean, even being like brand new to it, you can do a lot of really cool stuff. So don't be afraid of having the thin paints and stuff. It just takes a little bit. You're like, oh, it's too thin. Well, add a little bit more paint. Well, it's too thick. Add a little bit more thinner. You'll get a feel for what feels good and what works. So, and different paints, work differently. So
just
got to experiment a little bit,
Yeah. Well, let's not throw it at Gilliam. I was like, where is it gonna fall?
No, I would have jumped in front of it. Don't worry.
I would have just fallen or something. This stuff is amazing.
Yeah.
This stuff is so nice.
Buddy. It's really nice, and it's reusable too. So yeah. Well, I think that's gonna be all for tonight. Thank you all for joining us and hanging out while we airbrushed. Maybe we'll have guests on in the future. We'll have a hobby hangout. Maybe we'll both be painting and just talking or whatever, or who knows what the future will have. But I'll be back next week at the very least, probably at the desk painting something. Not Gilman, because he's pretty much done. It's all good to go.
Yeah.
Might
Man,
have
he
some little
looks good.
touch-ups, you know.
He looks so good.
Maybe we'll be painting some Death Riders or something next week. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, and stay tuned for new videos. I don't know when the next one's going to be, but we're working on a new narrative campaign. Hopefully going to be doing the first episode of that soon. Weather allowing, I should say, weather allowing.
The weather in your basement?
The weather outside.
Oh,
to get some snow
it's
this week. So
oh yeah.
if we don't have to cancel plans, then we'll be good to go. But I'll be working on a new narrative series. I'm really excited about that. And yeah, that'll be good stuff.
Ooh, narratives are fun.
Yeah, they are. All right, everyone, you have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you next time.